Okay, so I came to the boat to troubleshoot the fuel gauge not working. And so I've gotten down fuel tanks out. So, but then I was looking and I've been getting water in my boat somehow. It's really random, but there's some water right here. And then I noticed some water is coming down right through here. So if you follow that up here into this locker, this is leaking. This right here. Look, if you push on it so you can see it. So that goes down. It probably leaks into that and then it drips into there. That's that little corner that's leaking into the boat. So I need to replace that fitting. That's seacock, looks like, or petcock, whatever it's called. That thing looks like crap. But other than that, this hot water heater still works good. We always get hot water out of it, and I don't really see any other water leaks. I don't know. So yeah, just keep working on this. This is what happens when you have to work on like one little thing on the boat. There's stuff everywhere. Okay, well, I took my fuel sender unit out of the tank and I moved it up and down with the key on, and the gauge is staying in the exact same spot. So it's stuck on E, which means there could be a short somewhere in this wire, but it's getting kind of late, so I'm gonna put this back in and then call it a night and come back and do some more troubleshooting up at the gauge cluster. Okay, while I'm waiting for the epoxy to dry, I got the new fuel sending unit. So fuel gauge stopped working. Talked to my good buddy Dave. He said the easiest way to troubleshoot it is take a grounding wire from the battery and connect it to the lead that goes up to the gauge. If the gauge goes to full, that means your gauge is good and your sender is bad. And if the gauge stays at empty, then your gauge is bad and your sender is good. So I checked it and the gauge went to full. So I ordered a new fuel sending unit and we're going to put that in. This is a different style. So this style goes up and down like this. So I need to take a look at this because this only really fits in there one way. Okay, so it's with the little dot going this way. And then we need to see which way this lines up. Okay, so should go this way. And all the holes are lined up. It's an abnormal bolt pattern, so it only goes together one way. That's pretty good. So now I believe the black goes to ground, and then pink goes to this blue wire. So I'm just gonna have these touching, then I'm gonna check to see if it works. Moment of truth. Sweet. Oh, it's way past full. Well, whatever. I guess that's the new full. Okay, so I actually hadn't fixed the fuel gauge all the way. Remember, the fuel gauge went way past full. Well, if you notice in the video, all the gauges, or the temp gauge, started going up. And so when I was troubleshooting behind this gauge cluster, there was like a main ground wire that went from a ground bus and came into the tack, and then just went down to all the other gauges, daisy chaining. And that main ground wire went bad while I was moving the wires. So there was no ground to this whole gauge cluster. And so once I fixed that ground, now all the gauges read correctly. So now it's fixed.